Okay, welcome back to the deep dive. You've handed us some really interesting stuff today. We're looking at how some familiar Python tools, connect with these big cloud platforms. Specifically, yeah, we're digging into Python's Pandas library, but how it actually works inside Azure Databricks.
That's the plan.
So our mission here is to, well, cut through the jargon a bit and figure out how these pieces fit together for, serious data work.
Especially when the data gets big.
Right. And if you're doing anything with data in Python, you've probably met Pandas. It's pretty much the standard toolkit for wrangling data, cleaning it up. Often the very first step, really.
Okay, so let's start right there then, based on this material. What is Pandas,
Hmm.
really, and what's this main building block it uses?
The data frame.
Yeah, exactly. The material describes Pandas as, well, that key library for data science in Python, and its heart is the data frame. Uh, the best way to think about it's probably like a spreadsheet, or maybe a database table. It's got rows. Pandas calls that the index, and it's got columns, which have names. The really useful part is that different columns can hold different kinds of data, numbers, text, dates, all mixed together. Super flexible for real-world messy data.
That spreadsheet idea clicks. Makes it easy to picture. So, okay, you've got your data in a data frame. What kind of things can you actually do with it? What do the sources show?
Well, the basics are covered pretty well. First, getting data in, right, often from files. There's a function like read data CSV that pops up a lot. And the way you use these functions is pretty neat. It's usually your data frame name, then a dot, then the method name. So like my data.readCSV, something like that.
Simple enough.
Yeah. And then you see examples of manipulating the data. Things like filtering rows based on certain conditions. There's a dot query method mentioned. Or sorting your data using dot sort values. They even reference using it on like the Titanic data set to find patterns. Classic example.
Oh, okay, right. Now here's where my ears really perked up reading this. Why take Pandas, which, runs fine on a laptop for lots of things, and put it inside Azure Databricks? The material specifically places it there.
Yeah, that's the scaling question, isn't it? Standard Pandas is amazing, but it generally works with data that fits into your computer's RAM, its memory. When you start talking about really big data sets, terabytes, not gigabytes, you hit a wall. Databricks, as the sources explain it, is this unified cloud platform built for exactly that: large-scale analytics, AI, machine learning, and critically, it integrates Apache Spark.
Spark, right. That's the distributed processing thing. Handles data across multiple machines.
Exactly. So Databricks uses Spark to do the heavy lifting on data that's way too big for a single machine. It lets you work across a whole cluster.
So is the idea then to kind of combine the, let's say, user-friendliness of Pandas with the raw power of Spark on the cloud?
That's a perfect way to put it. And the bridge, the thing that makes this work smoothly, which the sources highlight, is PySpark. PySpark lets you write Python code that then gets executed by Spark's distributed engine. So, okay, maybe you're not writing pure pandas for every single step on truly massive data within Databricks, but PySpark gives you similar tools, data frame-like structures, ways of working that feel very familiar if you already think in pandas terms. It's your Python skills driving this big cluster.
Ah, okay.
And another big plus is how Databricks ties into everything else in Azure. You can pull data straight from Azure Data Lake Storage, run Databricks notebooks as part of Azure Data Factory pipelines, connect to Power BI for visuals. It slots right into that whole cloud data world.
Okay, so pulling it all together from this material, the main takeaway seems to be about extending what you can already do, like giving your Python skills superpowers.
Precisely. Pandas gives you those intuitive, flexible tools for shaping data. Then integrating it with Azure Databricks, often using PySpark, gives you the engine and the infrastructure. It lets you apply those familiar Python ways of thinking to tackle huge data sets, complex computations, things that were just impossible before, all within this scalable cloud setup that's built for serious AI and ML. You're scaling your existing skills, not throwing them away.
That makes a lot of sense. You're building on what you know,
Yeah.
just bigger. Okay, so let's wrap with this thought for you, the listener. Think about what happens when you combine these tools you might already know, like Pandas, tools that feel intuitive, with the almost limitless scale of a platform like Azure Databricks. How does that change the kinds of questions you can even ask? You shift from maybe just looking back at data to possibly building really complex predictive models or finding insights automatically across enormous amounts of information. So, what new doors does that kind of combination open up for the data challenges you're grappling with right now?